Pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll bring to order the school committee meeting for Monday, September 15th, 2025. Entertain a motion for approval of bills.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yeah, I got something real quick. I didn't sign the bills, and there's a charge here, a bill from Sterling Country Club for $8,700 that I'm just not in favor of, and make it as short as I can. You know, we've had the Twin Springs and now Berlin where we paid nothing. There's been no complaints. It's run great, and I just don't see the need for spending money when we can. And I feel that way with LTOM money. You know, if you have a vendor or a company that we're using and everything's working and no one's complaining, it's good service, why pay for something or pay more for something that we wouldn't have to? So I'm just gonna, I don't know if I can, you don't need my signature on the other bills anyway, right? There's 4 signatures. Yeah, so I just won't sign any of them, just to keep it from.
Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
If I could get
I don't know.
motion for this.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm opposed, but again, not to the rest of the bills. So I don't know how that works.
Well, do you, I guess we just need to know, is it opposed or abstain for the motion for the bills?
Does it matter? I'm opposed. There you go. But pay the rest of them, please.
Yeah. 3-1-1, it sounds like.
Right. Yeah, I caused some confusion there, sorry.
It's all right.
If I could have a motion for review of the approval of minutes from the August 25th, 2025 school meeting.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
No. Not discussing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Do we have any public comment this evening? Seeing none, we will close public comment. Student representative yet?
Next meeting.
Thank you. Anyone from the CTA? How are you, Brenda?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thanks.
I'll be brief, I promise. I just want to say thank you for the invite to the groundbreaking. It was great, and the teachers can't wait to get in the new building. I know it's 2 years away, but we're looking forward to it, so thank you.
Thank
No
you.
questions, are you moving into the new building, or are you just packing?
PTA. Hey, Becky.
Hey. She's letting me talk for once. She doesn't have a voice.
Thank
Oh.
you.
You should have bet the under on this meeting, then. I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
Kids have put up with me twice. All right.
While you're passing that out, I didn't join yet. I wanted to, before you,
There's no shame for me. That's her game.
I know, she hit me up on the walk-in, so I want to make sure I said it before she, I didn't join it, I'll take care of it.
So I'm going to do short, sweet. You got that in front of you. The most important thing is we are running the Glow Run right now fundraiser at the elementary school, and we are at 25K. Wow.
Giddy up.
Boom. That is
job.
all going to go toward, so it
Is that
is.
you guys take that, that's your.
So yes, that is our take home. That is after all fees from the platform are paid, that is all the people from boosters being at the school is paid, everything, that's free and clear profit.
Great job.
That will go right back into field trip busing. We're gonna earmark a specific percentage for the elementary school because they've done all the hard work and fun times. But because we are a district PTA, we do have to allocate some of that to the other schools as well to meet the state criteria. But a huge chunk will be going towards the spring field trips for the elementary school. That was the highlight of tonight because that's the big thing going on, and have a good night.
That's awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
Great job. Do we have any representatives from CPAC or LPAC? Does not look like it. Okay. Dr. Meyer, the floor is yours.
All right, so we start with human resources. We had one new hire. Kathleen Holmes was hired as a .7 school psychologist. This was this is given to her as or she was appointed to a one-year position. One of the things that we did is we looked at how much we had paid on contracting services out for testing last year, and it was proposed that this could be a cost savings. So we are running with this position for this year. We'll see how it plays out in terms of the budget process for next year. You have a pretty comprehensive list of everyone in the district in there. I try to just break it down just so you can get a sense of who's in what school, who's teaching what, all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions on someone, a 5th grade teacher or a 6th grade teacher or whatever, it should be all listed in here. So just try to share that every year so that you guys have a sense of where we are. We are working, so in the HR sort of section of our strategic plan, working with the town to develop the human resource manager position, reviewing and update human resource policies, reviewing HR practices, including leave requests and personnel files, and ensuring that all employees are evaluated on a regular basis. So the update I have in here is just Harper's, and they're a payroll company, and the staff terminal is employee forward. So Kelly and Amanda in my office have been working, now that Marilyn's retired and she's still coming in part-time, helping us out, doing a lot with the MTRS, doing a lot of training. But with Amanda and Kelly over the summer, we've been doing a lot of work with Ray to try to look at some of the other features in employee forward, and we've added some things. Ray particularly has added some things in terms of like some of the self-service things for employees so that they can make some changes directly, like address changes and stuff directly to their payroll, direct deposit changes directly on their self. For onboarding, a lot of our paperwork now is, instead of it being entered on paper and then having to be typed in, people do the electronic onboarding. So we continue to look, working with the HR department to try to streamline all of that stuff, and I know Kelly's been doing a nice job in our office. Now Amanda has just started her maternity leave today, so I know she was all alone today, but holding it down, getting all the payroll done and everything. So we continue to try to look at how we can just automate that process as much as possible. The next one we have is the athletic update, and I've got Director Govan is here to share her update, which is in the packet.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. So I know that you have the update that I sent out to Kelly, so I'm going to kind of skim down that and obviously read some of it. So again, it's been a great start to the 2025 athletic season. Our teams are out to a good start. Our participation numbers are good. They're up just slightly from what they were last year. And again, everybody's excited to be back out on the fields, courses, courts. We've had some different setups with some of the building. Cross country's made some adjustments, which is great. And we've also, as discussed, we had to open up another field over at the JV football field so that we could accommodate our middle school teams for soccer, which has been great, and actually opened up a lot more opportunities for all of our teams to kind of move around a little bit and find the space. So it's been great. We have a second course now for our golf course. I know it was just brought up. We also have 2 teams because our numbers have grown. So we have a varsity and a JV team for our golf programs. So opening that up with the extra team, we needed to find some more space as well. So that has worked out so far so good. Things are moving well in that direction. Again, field hockey will have, we have 2 kind of club teams. Field hockey is one of them, and we also started a volleyball club team at CHS this year. So with some moderate support on both sides from me, as the athletic department is technically a club, but I want to make sure that as we're building that, generally it's like a 2-year type program. We're going to look at numbers and all those types of things and see if it's a viable start for us in the future on budget-wise and number-wise for our student athletes to build those feeder programs. So we're kind of excited about that. I will give a shout out to Courtney started our volleyball program this year, Courtney De Silva. So we appreciate that. And again, I work with her on just kind of building that and getting some volleyballs and getting them going. So she's done a great job.
Katie Cluter at the middle school.
Yeah, that's our second year at Katie Clear. Yep, so that's our second year at, for the Field Hockey Middle School.
Jen, is there a specific time of year that like that would happen, or is it throughout the year? Like, is it like, is volleyball a certain, like, is that a winter sport? So would it club be winter, or would it just be ongoing from now till whenever? How does
So
that work?
the club, I'm pretty sure she's going to run a fall and spring session of it. If you move to the future on that side of it, ideally, we're looking at a female sport to offset our numbers that we are looking at as far as Title IX, what we're looking into, but we also have a lot of male participants as well. But that is an off-season, so it's a female sport or girl sport in the fall, and in the spring, volleyball would take place for the males. But for the club, we're just going across the board and just kind of getting that going.
Cool.
So that's on that. Any other questions about the clubs? Okay. We purchased some much-needed equipment for all of our teams. If you've looked around, we have new soccer goals this year. Last year, we brought field hockey goals. We have new equipment for the football practice fields. We have cages that will house our equipment and uniforms. And if you were here earlier, Kevin Green was out there washing the floors and getting everything ready. I think it's the first time we've moved everything out of that cage area in a long time. I was here Saturday morning for a few hours, going through everything and really organizing and looking at that and what does that space look like and how can we be more efficient and also make sure that there's enough area for PE. Right now, we are all just kind of trying to jam stuff into there, but we're making it work. It's been great. We have an AED outdoor box. I think that's a huge asset to not only the athletic department, but to the community. So over at the concession stand entrance near the boys' bathroom, there is an outdoor AED box that is able to be there in all seasons. It has a heater in it, also a fan for cooling, so that'll maintain the temperature that you need for an AED, because it does have to be a certain temperature, otherwise it blows the batteries and doesn't work. So that is out there for everyone to use. Great for anyone that's on the track at any single time. Our South Meadow fields that are used by other youth groups, I let Chris Backham know, and Allison Bamforth, that's out there when it comes springtime and even in the fall. Our baseball and softball youth programs, aside from our high school, also use those areas, and right now they do not have that. In addition to that, I've also put emergency action plans on all the facilities, which we avoid in the past. So I've made sure that those are updated so that you can literally pull it off of wherever or go to that. You'll see the emergency action plan for each facility, and you can get EMS there as quickly as possible with correct addresses and how to get to each point. So again, that's kind of been our looking at that. So again, huge asset for our community on the whole. We also purchased Clinton Gale's tent for the cross-country teams to use at their finish line. As well, we'll use that for some of our groups. It's huge. It's a 10 by 20. It's beautiful. They had it out for the first cross-country meet, and it was just a great place for the kids to be out of the sun when they're done cheering everybody on, waiting for everyone. So good, some great team pride. We had an all-year coaches meeting. I don't know if you remember last year I had 3 seasons. And then realized as I've gotten into this, that a lot of our coaches, which is wonderful, coach multiple seasons, so then they're coming back for a similar message. So we did an all coaches meeting this year. We did in August. I'll probably have it in June next year to kick us off into that area, because we still had a couple people. We had about 90% of our coaches there. But I would like to get everybody there. And it was a great meeting. We had a lot of collaboration. It was in here, kind of in a big square with some outsiders, and just talked about, what's working, what's not working, what they're looking for, what their needs are, and then talking about all the rules and regulations that we need to cover for ourselves besides the MIA, NFHS, and our own district. This year, the coaches also received binders. These binders, because they hadn't been used in the past, contain all their sport-specific information, MIA handbook, paperwork, emergency information, protocols, all the things that I think make it so that they can literally pick up a binder. They have all the information that they need to move on, including that with our final forms that we opened up. Last year, we continued to use that. This year, it was a seamless process, and our students and our parents are able to get on that and register between those two things. I think that we've got our student athletes in a great place as far as safety measures to cover them, and our coaches have what they need to be able to coach at that level. Other things on here. Arbiter pay was added this year. So when you speak about kind of HR and kind of streamlining some things, arbiter pay, I no longer need to send my coaches out with W-9s that need to be filled out by officials on the side of a field, as well as signatures that need to happen so that they can get paid. Now that all happens through arbiter pay. I click, I pay it. I don't have to turn those forms into Amanda, who then needs to turn them into town offices, who then need to pay out and put all these people in as vendors. That no longer needs to happen. Arbiter pay takes care of them as a vendor. If there's any issues, it goes through arbiter pay. I'm not hunting down W-9s, or when sometimes they're like, we didn't get our pays. That is no longer how it is. We'll chase it. They actually find, oh my gosh, we found the check, we have the pay. I'm like, okay. So just a lot of time off of, I think, what is the school department, the town offices, they were all for it. And a lot of our districts use that, and now some of the other districts are a little jealous that they want to use it, including Neshoba. So again, that's been a great asset for us. I think it was over 400 pay requests last year went out.
Yeah, and it basically just syncs up when they have an assignment to what they get paid for that assignment, right? So if
Right.
I get assigned for a football game and it's on Friday, I
Yeah.
can get paid through the same system I get assigned through.
Yes.
Yeah.
The officials love it because it's just like a click, and they're not giving a W-9 with their information on the side of a field.
And from the
Streamlined,
town, instead of
Yeah.
us cutting
Oh, yeah.
all these
Yeah.
individual checks we're paying right to the.
That's great.
Just arbiter pay, and they,
And I'm sure on their end, instead of them getting a bunch of random checks from other districts, they're getting one check.
That's awesome.
and they can track it on their end instead of being like, oh, wait, I think I didn't get this check. Because again, half the time it's them,
Sure.
anyway. So long story short, it's a win-win, I think, across the board for everybody. Again, we talked about Game 1 a little bit earlier. We signed a contract with a vendor to do all of our athletic equipment and our uniforms. That is specific to the athletic department. That is not the Booster Club. That is not other clubs at the schools. That is just the athletic department uses that. Anybody else can if they would like to. That's no issue. But just to clarify that, it just, again, helps us to be sustainable. Within that, we will have an online ticketing option. That is an option. We often have people come to our site that only have online at their school, and they come in with a credit card, and we're like, you can't use a credit card. That is now they can turn it on, they can charge right on the field. I have credit card readers. Those were all free, with free iPads that came from this kind of being part of all of that and the Play On stuff. So, which also goes to our new cameras that are going to go up. There's a lot of new stuff this year. We're using NFHS's network, which will have new cameras for us, updated cameras that we can live stream through for all of our games. So again, just makes it a little bit more efficient for us this year, but it does not interrupt Greenlight and does not take anything away from them at all. This is no commentary. It's just live stream. If people want to watch the 3:30 games now, that is going to be an option for them.
Jen, when do those cameras go up?
So the walkthrough I had on Thursday, and they just requested a date for the 23rd and the 30th for Chris and I, because it'd be good to have Chris on site when we do it, though they don't think there's going to be an issue. I walked him through everything. But hopefully those days, at least the outdoor one will get done. It might take 2 days, and then they'll do the indoor one next. But again, we have a little time for the indoor one. So, but it's nice. They are updated cameras, so it'll be good. We started a leadership course on Tuesday mornings. I think this is my most exciting thing that's going on this year for me. Yes, it's 6:45 in the morning. 30 students showed up last week. Angela Kaiser is also doing it with me, which is great. We not only are doing an 8-week course that has a curriculum around it, we're also reading The Twin Thieves, which is an excellent book. I've had great feedback from all of my coaches. The kids that are reading it have stopped in my room. I asked them to only read chapter 6. They're going on. I'm like, please, no, because we have focused work around that we'll do tomorrow morning. I do incentivize them with maybe a little bit of food in the morning to make sure that they're there and lively. But again, it was a good experience. I think it'll be a great time for all of us, and my opportunities, selfishly enough, to get feedback from the student athletes. So it'll be a good experience. So with all of that, we are strong. The community support is awesome. A quick shout out to the facilities crew that have put together nets, changed fields, additional lines, dropping and looking at a baseball field across the street. Again, the facility custodians that are working on all the projects that we're trying to do in here, including that cage. It is a big undertaking. A shout out to them for all of their help this year. That has been awesome, so I appreciate everybody. Any questions for me?
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Brenny, I also got a throwback picture. Made me think about the football game. I mean, I talked about it.
So you had to say something nice at the end to keep me interested. You knew you were going on a little bit long, and I had that look in my eyes like,
You did,
you've
you
lost
did.
me? Yeah. Thanks for
I saw that.
Yeah.
Did you bring it back
Yeah, they
around?
were glazing over. Yeah, I appreciate it though, yeah. At least you're honest with me.
No, seriously, we did. It's in my office.
I'll get with you, thank you.
All right, so then we have two funding and finance things from Annette. The first one is actually for the athletic department. It's a petty cash payment voucher. This is usually a standard transaction. It just allows us to put $600 as seed money for the athletics to use, and then that money gets replaced at the end of the year, but it's just for like making change or doing little things that might come up. So-
I'll make that motion. Do we need a motion for
Yep.
that? I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, great. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the next one, student activities. So we have to vote to establish, maintain, and modify the student activity accounts. These are the current student activity accounts that we are requesting for approval. This is the same thing. There's not really, I don't think there's any real changes this year. It's just every year for auditing purposes, it has to be.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
I'll second.
Thank you, and thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you.
From the building project, obviously we had the groundbreaking last week. I thought that turned out to be a perfect weather for it. Stuck that in there. I thought it was a nice day, nice celebration. So that was nice. I felt relieved once it was over. Let's put
It was
that
very
way.
nice.
That was well
Very
done.
nice.
It was fun.
And in the packet here, I just put in one of the pages for you. This one I think was from Thursday. But you can see some of the pictures in here, the progress there. You can actually see some of the base of the walls that are going in and everything now in, I think what is called the C building, which will end up being the 7th and 8th grade side. And so they're starting there and they kind of chase their way around so that kind of once as you know, one trade's moving through, the next trade can just start coming right behind them. So I'm amazed. I think for the first couple weeks, the first month or so, like it seemed like all they were doing was
Moving dirt.
pushing dirt back and forth. Now it seems like it's real construction.
It's
Stuff happening all the
concrete.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a chance last Tuesday to walk it with the architects, and it was it's impressive everything going on. So, and then the next meeting is on Wednesday. To get moved because there's a permanent building committee tomorrow regarding the library, so we push this building meeting off till Wednesday. And then the last one was just a reminder, last thing I have was just a reminder about the MASC Joint Conference. It's November 12th and 14th. I think everyone who's going is reached out to Kelly and is registered. And at some point, you know, I think what we've been doing recently is just sort of making our own like hotel reservations. At some point, if you need any assistance on finding something like that with us. All right. And I think that's all I have.
Okay. As far as the subcommittees, I know only because I'm on safety, and I saw Brendan at safety, so I know we had a safety committee meeting.
Yeah.
We had our marketing committee meeting
Yeah.
tonight.
Curriculum and instruction and policies are scheduled for the 1st.
October 1st.
Awesome.
And wellness, I think, is tentatively scheduled for the 15th of October.
So underway in
Negotiations, we should be all set on.
I was gonna say, negotiations probably doesn't need to be
Yeah.
for a little while. Anything under old business?
I just, forgive me, but I want to ask for some clarity on the motion to approve the bills, did we make a change for where our golf team plays? Is that what?
Yeah, so we had, I think, there's a new superintendent, I think, of the Sterling Country Club. And I think there was an opportunity to get some access for our golf team. One of the things that they were trying to do was get some outreach. So we wanted to explore that. And part of that was, I mean, there's different things. It's kind of a different setup of a golf course than Berlin is. It also has a practice facility right there. So we also do appreciate what Berlin has offered us, and so we wanted to maintain that partnership as well. So this year, we kind of have both courses going, and with our numbers up, we actually have basically varsity and JV, so we're able to, like, if it's a match, our other students who aren't competing in the match can still go play. So we're working on that, and I think we'll just we'll see how it goes. I think we'll probably just assess at the end of the year on what works and what doesn't. I do think there were a couple little growing pains when it first started in terms of some of the tea times getting blocked off in regards to members and trying to make sure things, but I think they're working through that, but we'll just see how it goes, and we'll see what we'll just have to assess at the end of the year and see what works.
Okay, thank you.
Anything under new business? I will entertain a motion for adjournment. So moved. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman,
Take it home.
would you be available for the selectmen's meetings, please?
I can make myself available.
Mail to you? What, how does Jane, how do we sign Jane up? Or is it just a?
He's
should
on
be,
Still,
You
he's
said
actually,
you're
he's
going
got two
October
roles.
4th to
Select board
the
member,
charter
and he's
enforcement.
like first
Yeah,
line
so
of
they
defense
should
for
have
change
it in
orders
there. I
too.
can double check with Kelly to make sure we have the information there,
Brendan
but they should
stepped
email
aside.
this all.
It just gives you a little bit of information. Honestly, if there's
other
anything important, you usually make it an agenda.
I get the same things, and we
You
look at,
usually
like,
make
we
it
talked
an-
about,
tell
like,
us,
that's
right?
what we're gonna
You
be
make it-
talking
he
about
makes
for
it
the
an
policy.
agenda,
We're
yeah.
gonna look into making sure we didn't have a quorum.
Thank you very much.
Because you're on and I'm on and she's on, we might end up having only me,
Wait a minute.
because then there'd be three and we're all on school committee.
That's what my concern is.
Yeah. Steve, did we look into that further, like, or where would we look into that further? So when Brendan jumped off of the school building subcommittee, Bill jumped on. Since then,